Hello, everyone, and welcome to the official Zen Project 8 coaching experience. I'm Cassiah Jay. I want to welcome all of you who are tuning in for our show tonight. As always, I am here with New York Times bestselling author, celebrity fitness and nutrition expert, and our Zen brand ambassador, the fabulous Mark MacDonald. Hi, Mark.
Hello, Cassiah, and hello, ZPA community. Monday Night Mania.
I love it. This is one of my favorite parts of the week for sure, and I, of course, love always seeing you, Mark. And you have some good news for our audience. I know you're making a live appearance this week, so why don't you share with our audience where they can find you?
Yeah, so everyone in Texas, I know you're in Texas right now, but give a woo! We are doing Houston. Maritza Willis, Cedric Harris, Katie Holt-Larson, we got Lucy West, a whole team of amazing people, and we are really diving into the Zen product line. I'm flying in early. We're meeting with a bunch of people, and then we have a powerful event that evening. So if you want more information, you can find it on the Jeunesse website. But yeah, Houston on Thursday night, be ready. We are going to rock the house.
I love it. Sounds like a lot of fun. So guys, make sure if you can make that event, you won't want to miss it, where you can see Mark live. To get more information, you can go to facebook.com/Zen Project 8 under the events tab. You can see that event, and of course, if you're local or you have friends, people in the area, invite them to join too. We also have another special guest joining us. Tonight we are talking about the essential supplements your body needs to optimize your body and maximize your results. So a lot of people have been asking about this. It's a huge topic that's come up in the group, so really excited to cover this with you. And we've got a special guest. Our guest tonight is joining us from Iowa. She is down 191 pounds and 55 pounds since the launch of the Zen Beta. So help me welcome Nalani Rude. Hi, Nalani.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Super excited to hear more about your story and just what you're going to share with us this evening. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
All right, guys, before we go ahead and dive into this amazing topic that we have for you tonight, as always, we have some housekeeping notes for you. To get more information about our program, you can visit zenproject8.com, get product information, and download your phase guide. So each phase has a guide that coincides to help you every step of the way. So make sure you download those at zenproject8.com. I also want to remind you that these coaching series are available immediately following. So they are recorded and available for sharing, for posting on your social networks, sharing with groups. You can find them at hangouts.zenproject8.com. And if you're watching from that channel, make sure you leave your questions and comments right there. Everything is now titled by subject, so if you're looking for something specific, it's searchable on the site. And of course, we've got an incredible Facebook community, over 11,000 of you guys who are joining together to share recipes and inspiration and ask questions and get them answered. So what an amazing group. And Mark really takes a lot of time to be present in that group. As a matter of fact, he's been doing weekly Facebook live broadcasts with your most asked questions, where he's answering them and doing live Q&As. So that's a great time to really get his attention, ask him those questions that you want answered. And of course, last week's was grocery shopping, MRFK, and how to eat in restaurants. Of course, that's all information that we all need to know. So if you're looking for those, make sure that you go to that group, which is facebook.com/groups/Zen Project 8. And if you click in the photo tab and then click on videos, you'll be able to see the archive filled with great content from Mark. So we want to make sure that you join that community, read the pinned post on how to get started. And one last thing, we have a YouTube channel. So Mark spent all this time in his studio, and I was there, and we put together these great coaching series for you. So they're professionally filmed, high production value, but everything that you need to go the entire 8 weeks through Zen Project 8, being coached the entire way through. So of course, that's at youtube.com/Zen Project 8. So if you need something, just figure it out and go to Zen Project 8. That's the easiest way to get there. All right, Mark. Do you have any follow-up to that before we dive into the show?
No, you're the best at it. I just love that. And you already said you're making these hyperlinks so that everyone can know. It's plug and play, click, join the Facebook closed group, follow the pin post. You got everything you need there. Cassiah, you are a rock star.
Exactly. Yeah, so what we're going to do is put together a resource page for all of you guys. So, I mean, it's pretty typical. Every week we go through the same housekeeping notes, but we just want to make sure that you're aware of what you have access to. Tons of great content and knowledge coming straight from Mark. So thank you, Mark, for the kind compliments. It's a pleasure to host this show for you. All right, so tonight we are talking about supplements that your body needs, and I know this was an overwhelming topic that came up in our online communities. So, Mark, we took 6 questions that we're going to ask you, and would love to hear your answers. So, first and foremost, let's dive right in. Why supplement? Like, what is the purpose of supplementation?
Yeah, that's probably the million-dollar question. But the biggest thing, let's just shout out 90% overwhelming favorite for this topic. So that is powerful. People want to know this. You know, because I remember back in 1999 when I was first, I love supplements growing up as an athlete. Actually, in '87, but in '99, I was always looking more and more and more, and I was always bombarded with miracle this, miracle that, and everyone let's take a breath and realize there's nothing like called a miracle supplement. There is no supplement that will give you the results that you want forever. Supplements are very simple. They're defined to supplement an already solid program. So they basically filled your nutritional gaps. That's it. So as we talk about tonight and for the rest of your life, the moment someone says, oh, you need this or you need that, no. Let's focus on what is the purpose of a supplement. And the number one thing is it's going to fill your nutritional gaps where food is falling short. That's it. And then if you need specific needs that you're not digesting, and that's the purpose of why people need supplementation.
So you're saying no magic pill exists, basically.
No magic pill exists, and there is nothing to be hyped about. It's just another part of a solid program, and that's why I love supplements, because 99.8% of the population needs them. Maybe 0.2 do not. But I would say that almost everyone watching right now, there's a supplement your body needs because you're not providing the spectrum it has from the food you're taking in.
Perfect. Okay, so a question that comes up is that there are 2 types of supplementation. So what do those look like?
So there's essential. All essential means is that you can't get it from, your body can't make it, so you must get it from outside food sources. And then there's going to be result-oriented, which means that you're taking a product to get a particular result. Whether you want to burn fat, build muscle, have more energy, those are result-oriented.
Perfect. Okay, so essential, the foundation that your body's not getting, and then results-oriented. Perfect. All right, next question we've got for you is, what are the main essentials? Like, what would you recommend?
Yeah, so this is probably the biggest thing. Think about everything you ate today. You know, Cassiah, to get the right amount of antioxidants you need, you would have to take in probably 15 different fruits and vegetables of different colors. To get the omega-3s, which I'm going to explain that your body needs, you need to be eating salmon every single day, probably about 5 ounces of salmon. So there's certain supplements that are designed that are essential, because if you're not getting them through your food, your body is deficient. Let's start with there's 4 that I'm going to share before we get to some more, but the top 4 to me are omega-3. Omega-3 right here. I see my fish oil right here, little capsule. Nice big gel cap right there. And then I also have flaxseed for plant-based eaters. So these are omega-3, and there's 3 types of essential fats, omega-3, 6, and 9. 9 you're going to typically get from olive oil, avocado. 6 is you get through your nut butters and your nuts. But 3 you really only get through plant-based stuff like flaxseed or hemp or chia seed or through fish oil. If you're not getting it, what your body needs omega-3, it affects your skin, your hair, your nails, everything that we want from there, cardiovascular health. So if you're not getting that through eating salmon twice a day or every day about 5 ounces, then you're deficient in it. So you need to take about 3,000 to 5,000 milligrams. So that's an essential supplement you need. The second thing is a multivitamin, multimineral. I shared last week on the Digestive webcast that we talked about the 6 essential nutrients. Protein, fats, and carbs provide your body with energy. Then you have vitamins, minerals, and water. They don't provide your body with energy, but they're an essential nutrient. Vitamins and minerals, if you're not getting enough fruits and vegetables, if you're not getting all of the different spectrum of meats, most likely you're deficient. That's why I take the AM and the PM. So you need a quality multivitamin. Now, I love the Jeunesse brand because if you open up the label, you see the whole spectrum of it. So my feedback is this. I use the Jeunesse ones. I take the AM and I take the PM. If you're looking for a quality multivitamin, make sure that it's going to be has the right spectrum, it's going to be easily digested for your body, and it's going to set you up to win. So you got your omega-3s, you got your multivitamins and minerals, and then we want to start looking at protein. Now, Zen Fuse is a perfect example of this. When I look at protein, most people are protein deficient, and what makes protein special is it gives your body nitrogen. And nitrogen allows your body to grow, tissue repair, muscle growth, cartilage repair, and if you don't have enough nitrogen coming in, you're in something called a catabolic phase, which means your body is breaking down. Anabolic means that your cells are replenishing. So you have to make sure that you're getting enough quality protein in to win. And then the last fourth one, like when we talk about the four, omega-3, multivitamin, protein, antioxidants. I want you to think about how many fruits and veggies you need to eat every single day to get the right amount of antioxidants. Every breath you take, every amount of stress, whatever you do, even progressing, you're producing free radicals. And free radicals are poisons to your body. And antioxidants donate an electron to complete the free radical. So the antioxidant I love is the reserve product because it fills your gap. All of these things are filling your gap when you're not getting enough omega-3, when you're not getting the multivitamin, when you're not getting enough antioxidants, and when you're not getting enough protein. Those, to me, Cassiah, are the essential ones that every single person needs on their checklist.
I love it. And I always take omega-3s. Actually, a lady told me that was her anti-aging secret a long time ago. So I thought, well, I could use that. So I've taken them ever since I was in college. I think they're outstanding. And then AM and PM, I never miss a day without AM and PM. I love those products so much. And of course, Reserve, I don't skip a day. So we're lucky. That's why we have Healthy from the Inside Out and the Outside In. I love those products from Jeunesse, which are absolutely remarkable. So now that we know our essentials, so you said that there were two types. You said there were essential, but then you also said there's results oriented. So now that we know foundationally what we need for our essential, what we're not getting from our food, etc., what do results oriented supplements look like?
Yeah, so result-oriented we're bombarded with. Those are the miracle products that everyone's talking about. Particular results you want. Better sleep, more energy, burning fat. So they're not necessary. They're not survival. Essential means you need it to optimally perform. Results just help take you over the edge. Before I share the results, because I just want to come back to the essential because it's a bonus one for everybody. As I'm sharing these essentials, your doctor may recommend that you need other essential ones. Because remember, if you're not digesting food well, you might need a digestive enzyme. If you're having trouble with your intestinal tract, you might need a probiotic. If you're not getting enough vitamin D from the sun, or you might have constipation issues, you might need some magnesium or some fiber. So there's other products that could be deemed essential to you, but could be result-oriented for other people. But for example, fiber. People who aren't regularly going to the bathroom and having bowel movements, 3 teaspoons a day of psyllium husk will help with that. So I'm not going to dive into all the products, but it's just important that as you seriously, if you have medical challenges, if there's things that aren't working as well, these might become essential for your needs to optimally function. Now let's dive into result-oriented. Basically, as I said, it's about an actual result that you want. So think about the 3 main ones that you hear about all the time. Detox, fat burner, muscle enhancer. So a detox, for example, there's multiple different types of detox products out there. There's ones that are going to attack your colon, that's going to have you go to the bathroom a lot. There's ones that are going to, like what we do with our Zen Prime right here, that's going to have a milk thistle, which is going to clean out your liver, clean out your kidneys, and then help with the digestive blend. A result-oriented product is designed to exactly do that. So if you're taking a detox product, you want to be clear that it's not going to be too aggressive, that there'll be a backlash from it, but you want to make sure that it's got the right ingredients that will actually detoxify your body. When we talked about the digestive system last week, talked about your liver, 99% of it goes through your liver. That's why we have milk thistle to clean out your liver. When you talk about your kidneys, cranberry extract is fantastic for that. Dandelion root, juniper, these are all great products that help clean out your kidneys because your kidneys work like a pasta filter. And then your intestinal tract, you want to make sure that you're optimizing to digest them, and that's where plant-based enzymes can come in. So that's a result-oriented. The second is a fat burner. Now everyone, we're bombarded with burning fat. I think everyone in the world wants to burn fat. So when you think about fat burning, the number one thing you want to look at is thermogenic. If you're taking a thermogenic fat burner, what that means is it's going to stimulate your adrenal glands. Now, that's your energy hormone. The adrenal gland releases adrenaline, which is your energy hormone. The counter to that is cortisol, which is your stress hormone. So anything that's going to cause you to be jittery or raise your blood pressure, it may help you burn fat, but it's also going to have a crash from it, and it's going to affect your adrenal glands in a negative way. So you want a non-thermogenic fat burner. When we talk about it, this is why I've mentioned the Jeunesse products, because each product was made with a purpose with that. That's why we have Shape. When we look at a non-thermogenic fat burner that helps mobilize fat. But these are the things. I'm not here to just say, hey, only do the Jeunesse products. That's what I use. But my point is this. Get clear on the products that you're choosing. If someone's telling you, I remember when I was a bodybuilder, when I was fitness modeling, Cassiah, I would do 2 RIT fuel, 2 L-tyrosine, which is a brain stimulant, and 2 Excedrin. That was like the most intense fat burner I've ever had.
I can imagine.
But I would be like jittery nonstop. So it's not a result product, isn't a temporary result. Even when you take a result-oriented product, you want to make sure it's going to set you up to win. So you have your detox products and some barriers to follow with that, your thermogenics, and the last one is muscle protection or enhancer. Many times I've done probably everything from a point of every natural aspect, creatine, which adds water to your muscle cell. So many times people will take creatine to gain some weight, and all that does, it volumizes your muscle so you can work out more. But you can also get muscle tears, and it can also cause severe cramping. The other thing is that when you really look at muscle enhancement or weight gainer, you can avoid all of that. You need to eat in 3. So food's your foundation. That's the most important thing, because when you're eating the right food and you're getting the right protein, you're in a natural anabolic environment, whether you want to lose weight, burn fat, or build muscle. That's the foundation. Then the second thing is you can get an amino acid boost, which is why we made Fit. Almost 0 calories, but amino acids are the building blocks. Now they're in the fuse and they're in your protein, but you can have a pre and post. You can do Fit 30 minutes before your workout, 30 minutes after, and you get that amino acid boost, which is going to cause greater nitrogen retention, greater protein synthesis, which is going to allow you to build more muscle, enhance, and protect. So whether your goal is to protect your muscle and increase your metabolism or build it, a proper branched-chain amino acid product and a great amino acid product, that's your solution for that. So those are your 3 result-oriented. Now you're going to hear about a lot more, but you just have to make sure you go back to the basics. I guess that's a summary on it. Whether it's essential or whether it's result-oriented, just get clear on the products you need, how they serve the purpose to fill your nutritional gaps for you to get the permanent results that you want.
I love this, and I love how you walk us through every week, because we definitely have everything that people need to be successful. You just showed, the detox, you've got the Shape, you've got the amino acids, you've got the Reserve, the AM/PM. So we do have just such an amazing line of products that can really help in your supplementation. So I think that's outstanding. And also being reverent to your body, which is something that I'm passionate about. I've done the same thing as you in college, taking fat burners that made me a raged lunatic, and stuff that just wouldn't settle in my stomach. And so you just don't want to do any of that. You want to be reverent to your body, but also you do need supplements sometimes to just help you get to the next level in your life. And so I appreciate you breaking this down. So really quickly, do you mind just giving our audience a quick recap of everything that we just covered before we move right into being inspired by the beautiful Nalani we've got on the line?
Yeah, 60-second recap. Supplements. The only purpose is to fill your nutritional gaps. 2 types. You have essential, and then you have result-oriented. Your essentials, your body needs. So you need to either get them through your food by diversifying your food options, or take the essential ones. Omega-3, multivitamin, mineral, protein, and antioxidants. Those 4 are a must for you and for your kids. Then result-oriented. Get clear again. There's 3 main ones. Detoxes, fat burners, muscle enhancer, protector. Don't go super extreme. You might get immediate results, but there'll be a backlash from it. So a detox, make sure that it's going to have something that's clean out your liver, your kidneys, and your digestive system in a sensitive and soft way, not super aggressive. Fat burner, non-thermogenic. We don't need any heart attacks or shaking out here. So make sure that you're doing a non-thermogenic one that still mobilizes fat and helps create your body's ability to burn fat. And Shape, if something can positively affect your leptin hormone, as Shape does, which controls your appetite, that's even better. And then a muscle enhancer protector. Avoid the creatines, unnecessary. Use food as your #1 muscle protector enhancer, and then you can boost it with an amino acid product just like we made with Fit. And just to wrap, Cassiah, before we go to the most important story of the whole webcast is Nalani right there, there's a purpose. Like when someone asks me, Mark, you know, you partner with Janess, why? I love the community. I love the products. The community is number one to me, but there's a purpose to every product made. So it's not just making a bunch of products that you throw against the wall, it's the full spectrum. And when you start seeing why people need products and how they utilize products, that's the purpose of this. It's the education. Products are not your solution. They're not your everything. They are part of your solution to achieve the body and the results that you want permanently.
Perfect. That's just so perfectly stated that I don't even have commentary for it. I just thank you for being a part of our Janess family. We love having you here, and thank you for the education that you bring, because I learned so much just hearing what you had to share with us tonight on supplementation. Is now new things that I can implement into my daily routine, and also reinforces what I already know to do. So just outstanding. Thank you so much, Mark, for tonight's show. All right, guys, super excited to introduce you all to the super Nalani Rood. What's going on, Nalani? How have you been?
I'm doing great, Cassiah. Thanks for having me.
Oh,
thanks for all that knowledge nuggets, Mark.
Right? And Mark, you've got a visual to pull up for us, so I know you're multitasking. I can see you over there getting.
Look at this visual. So you already said the stats there, Cassiah, but man, what a before and after. And this lady, she is a dear friend. She's got a heart of gold. I love her passion, and I just remember meeting her for the first time. I think it was when we launched the beta, and she came backstage, and she just hugged it out with me, and I just like, her energy is contagious, and what she's done with her story and how she's changing the course of Iowa is just simply incredible. So well done, Nalani.
Well, thank you.
It really is an amazing transformation. Like, I'm looking at this, and I feel completely moved just from looking at it, because I'm sure that it had such a huge impact on your life. So I'd love for you just to share with us what your newfound health and your new body means to you.
Well, I tell you what, for 20 years, I struggled. I just absolutely struggled. And it was really disappointing, because I was an athlete in high school and college, and then I ballooned up to 411 pounds, and I felt like the only answer was gastric bypass. So I went and I had one, was unsuccessful with that, ended up with a second one, and when that was, that's it. I felt like a total failure. I was still left dangerously, morbidly obese, really. And so my new health and body just means absolute freedom. I have 5 kids. My youngest 2 are 5 and 7. I am extending my life for my husband, for my children, for everybody. I just feel like I have a whole new life. And it's on now, baby.
I love that, Nalani. And I think the one point you just said, what is so important for everyone to hear, is that everyone's story starts at a different place. So it's our key with this show, as Cassiah and I looked at featuring amazing success stories. It's not to just say you can only, we're only getting you when you start with Zen. Is that you've had a journey up to that point, and that gives so many other people hope that have had failed gastric bypasses, that hit a plateau they can't break through, that maybe drop some weight by eating healthier but not really correctly, and they don't know actually how to make it all work. That's what ZPA is all about. So the question I have, as you said, 5 kids, which is amazing. I have 2, and I think I'm already struggling with that. But what are 3 tips as a busy mom? You're rocking it, you're working. What are 3 tips that you can give to everyone watching right now that can help them make their health work just like you're doing it?
Do not be scared to tell your story. Be bold and brave. The second one, it would be, you don't have to be perfect. Just get started, and you'll figure it out along the way. And the third one would be, don't worry about the haters. That was one of the things that sometimes, the monkey chatter in my mind still gets in today, but I have to tell myself, just be bold and brave. I'm not out to please everybody. I'm out to reach the 1 or 2 people that totally need to hear my story, that maybe will encourage them to get started today. And that's what it's all about. And just never stop. reach out, and your tribe will form, your community will grow, and you will all hold each other accountable.
I love that. I love how you said you don't have to be perfect. I think perfection is such a myth. It just does not exist. And so sharing that vulnerability with the audience, I think, is great. And I think there's people that always cross your path. It can cause disruption in your family or with your friends when you're just doing something great for yourself that maybe highlights a lack in another area with your friends or family. So I'm just curious, like, as you transformed, you shared with me earlier that your friends and your family, people would start asking you what you were doing and how that happened. So tell us a little bit about how you evolved your success with ZPA into leading your community. Like, how did that happen? How did you start that?
Well, it was just all about me at first, and I really think that you have to just do it for yourself and focus on yourself. But my husband was watching, and he started having some blood sugar issues, and so he came on board. My best friend Lacey Craig was watching, and she started living the plan, and her husband jumped on board, and so we finally just started gathering family and friends, and it has grown. And I'm telling you what, Iowa is kicking butt, and we have a group now. We are like in fingertip reach of 10,000 pounds lost. That is crazy, and we're keeping track.
So on that, Nalani, give our audience the one biggest tip for you personally. So as you talk about, it all starts with you. And then it lets your husband and Lacey. So it's a two-part question for me, and then I'm throwing back to the Cassiah Jay. Give our audience the one thing that you do with your food that makes you stay consistent, and then give our audience the one thing that you do with sharing your story that lets you help inspire people that your community is now almost down 10,000 pounds.
Well, the one thing I do to keep on the plan is just you have to be prepared. You have to prep your food. You don't have to be a rock star prepper, so don't feel overwhelmed by that. Just do the best you can. If you can only do 1 or 2 days, that's a win. That's 1 or 2 days that you are organized and ready to set your body up to win. As far as the community goes, just don't think you have to like put on these big presentations, but reach out to a coworker or a friend or a gym buddy or another mom that you may see as struggling. You may be the exact thing that person needs to hear that day that sets that person up to grab a hold of their new life. So just don't be afraid. Be bold and brave.
I love that. I think that your story is so remarkable. And actually, I was just looking at our Hangout site. So many people are just leaving amazing comments here for you. Just the love is really outstanding. People just saying, congratulations, what an awesome job. You're so inspiring. Learning something new, no such thing as perfection. So the comments that are coming in are really outstanding. And I think people resonate with that, the concept that perfection doesn't exist. And I think all of us have felt pain in our lives at some point. You talked about being an athlete in college and then, gaining a bunch of weight and really just losing yourself amidst that. So I want you to think about just the pain and the heartache that you felt, and then share with us what made you decide to take that first step. Like where did you decide to take that first step, and then what can you share with someone who's maybe having that same experience right now?
Well, I honestly thought I would end up in the grave. Some reason, some medical reason related to just my large capacity, and I did not want that. I didn't want that for myself. I didn't want that for my family. So I know if you are watching this, just listen. I know you've done and tried everything. I know you're scared. I know you're overwhelmed, but just give yourself one last try. One last try. You are so worth it. You just have to fight to save your own life, and just grab it like you've never grabbed it before. And this time is the time. It truly is. This is the complete package. You're going to have a great community, and no looking back.
Yeah, I love Nalani. That is so powerful from that perspective. Just what you're saying and everything that you're doing. You touch my heart every time. And I love that you gave Lacey a shout out too.
Of course, of course, of course. We're doing big things.
I love it. Nalani, your story inspires so many people, and you are just rocking it. We absolutely adore you. We thank you for your inspiration and everything that you bring to our community. It's just really remarkable what you've been through, and as you continue on your journey, of course, we wish you nothing but continued success. Mark, any thoughts before we close the show out?
Yeah, to me, it's just the simple aspect of that Nalani said that you just try. If you've lost hope, if you feel like you can't do it right now, if this is your last moment, you just need to take action and believe in yourself, and you have the right program, you have the right community to win. So Nalani, you touch my heart every day. You inspire me. I love what you're doing in Iowa, and it's an honor to call you a friend. And ZPA community, give Nalani the biggest shout out ever, because she lives it, she shares it, she teaches it, and she's a world storming machine.
I love it. She sure is. Nalani, thank you so much for being with us this evening. And guys, again, just connect up with Nalani in the group, share your feedback from today's show at Hangouts.Zen Project 8, and make sure that you join us again next week, because next week's topic, Mark's going to post the 3 most asked topics. And then once you guys reply to the post, we will choose the selection on Thursday for the topic for next week's show. So Mark, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm excited. So we've had a huge turnout on these posts, so just be ready tomorrow. I'm going to post it. You choose just like you did this one, and then you're going to be set up, and we're going to have another special guest next week. So keep rocking ZPA. Keep choosing the content, and get ready for another Facebook Live coming up this week. And Houston, be ready. Thursday, I'm coming.
That's exactly right. So Thursday, Mark, you'll see everybody in Houston. Mark, again, thank you for this remarkable class that we had tonight, learning so much about supplementation. And guys, remember, this is available for replay immediately following. So if you liked the content, make sure that you share it and invite other people to watch the show. Nalani, as always, thank you for your inspiration, for sharing your story, for being vulnerable, for your contribution to our entire community. On behalf of everyone, I thank you. We wish you nothing but continued success. And guys, for those of you who are watching, we'll see you right here at Hangouts.Zen Project 8 next Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.